The United Kingdom is facing one of its most challenging economic periods in modern history, with national debt interest payments soaring to £104.9 billion annually, a staggering amount that is almost double the entire defense budget. In such dire circumstances, one would expect Prime Minister Keir Starmer to take decisive action to address the crisis. However, growing political controversy surrounding his economic policies, his reluctance to take responsibility, and his acceptance of luxury gifts worth £170,000 from wealthy donors have raised serious concerns about his leadership. This is no longer just about the economy, it is about political integrity, transparency, and ethical governance. While Starmer urges British citizens to tighten their belts and endure tax hikes and spending cuts, reports reveal that he has been enjoying lavish perks, including designer clothing, luxury eyewear, and exclusive VIP football tickets. This stark contrast between his rhetoric and his personal lifestyle has triggered widespread criticism. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it, life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. Adding to the controversy, former Prime Minister Liz Truss has launched a legal challenge against Starmer, demanding that he cease making accusations that she was solely responsible for crashing the economy. This legal battle has the potential to reshape the political landscape, placing Starmer under intense scrutiny at a time when his government is already facing economic turbulence and accusations of hypocrisy. The legal battle between Liz Truss and Keir Starmer, a political earthquake. For months, Keir Starmer has built his economic narrative on one central claim: Liz Truss's policies wrecked the UK economy. He has repeatedly blamed her mini-budget for market instability, rising inflation, and soaring interest rates, presenting her leadership as the root cause of the nation's financial struggles. However, Truss has now hit back with a formal legal letter demanding that Starmer stop making these accusations. This unexpected legal move has sent shockwaves through Westminster, as it directly challenges one of Starmer's key arguments and forces him to either substantiate his claims with evidence or withdraw them altogether. Key points in Truss's legal challenge. The letter makes it clear that the UK's economic problems were not solely caused by her short tenure, arguing that inflation was already rising before Truss took office. Interest rates were increasing due to Bank of England policies, not just government actions. The energy crisis caused by the war in Ukraine played a significant role in driving up costs. These points highlight a far more complex economic reality than the one Starmer has portrayed. By oversimplifying the situation for political gain, he has left himself vulnerable to legal and public scrutiny. How has Keir Starmer responded? Starmer's reaction to the legal challenge has been telling. Instead of engaging with the issue directly, his spokesperson issued a brief, vague statement, simply saying that he stands by his words, without providing any supporting economic evidence. During Prime Minister's questions, Starmer visibly stiffened when the lawsuit was mentioned, quickly changing the subject. At a later press conference, he abruptly ended the session when a journalist pressed him on the matter. His body language and evasiveness suggest that this lawsuit has seriously unsettled him. While he has been quick to attack political opponents in the past, this legal counterattack from Truss has put him on the defensive in a way that he seems unprepared to handle. The hypocrisy of Keir Starmer, luxury gifts and delayed declarations. While Starmer fights off legal and economic scrutiny, another controversy has emerged: his failure to properly declare luxury gifts worth £170,000. What did Starmer receive? Reports reveal that Starmer has accepted high-end designer clothing from luxury brands, expensive sunglasses and accessories, VIP football tickets in seats that ordinary Britons could never afford. More alarmingly, he failed to declare these gifts within the required timeframe, missing the deadline by 4 weeks, a clear breach of parliamentary rules. Why did Starmer delay declaring these gifts? There are only two possible explanations. Administrative incompetence, suggesting that Starmer is unable to manage even basic parliamentary obligations. A deliberate attempt to conceal the gifts, a more likely scenario, considering the political damage that such revelations could cause. When confronted, Starmer offered a weak defense, stating that taxpayers should not have to pay for politicians' clothes. While few would disagree with that statement, it completely misses the point. The issue is not whether he should buy his own clothes, it is why he is accepting lavish gifts from wealthy donors while asking ordinary Britons to make financial sacrifices. Double standards in Starmer's government. It is not just Starmer enjoying luxury while preaching austerity, his entire administration appears to be doing the same. Take Sue Gray, Starmer's chief of staff, who is reportedly earning £170,000 per year, more than Starmer himself. This has sparked outrage within Labour Party ranks, with many questioning how Starmer can justify such high salaries for his aides while insisting that the country cannot afford public services. This glaring contradiction further undermines Starmer's credibility. He demands economic sacrifice from working-class Britons, yet his own government enjoys financial privileges that most people can only dream of. Is Starmer's government truly transparent? The real issue at stake here is not just Starmer versus Truss, it is about honesty, accountability, and trust in leadership. As ordinary Britons struggle to pay their bills, cope with rising food prices, and navigate economic uncertainty, Starmer and his allies appear completely detached from the hardships faced by everyday citizens. The situation is reminiscent of a ship's captain telling passengers to bail out water while he dines in first class. How can a leader demand financial discipline from the public while accepting lavish perks and failing to adhere to basic parliamentary transparency rules? With legal challenges mounting and growing public dissatisfaction, Starmer's ability to maintain credibility as Prime Minister is increasingly in question. The coming months could define his political future, as he faces pressure to address Truss's legal challenge with concrete evidence, or risk reputational damage. Explain the failure to declare luxury gifts on time, and justify why he accepted them in the first place. Prove that his government is serious about economic fairness, rather than indulging in elitist privileges. Conclusion: a leadership under fire. The United Kingdom's economic crisis is a complex issue that cannot be reduced to a simple blame game. However, Keir Starmer's inconsistencies, evasiveness, and double standards have made the situation even more problematic. At a time when Britain needs strong, honest, and competent leadership, Starmer's actions suggest a leader more concerned with political survival than with genuine economic reform. The question now is, will the British public continue to trust a Prime Minister whose words and actions are so glaringly at odds? What do you think? Is Starmer facing a political crisis that could damage his long-term prospects? Share your thoughts in the comments.